morning. Our next guest started the Youths for Excellence in 2015. This morning she shares how this venture has been life-changing for so many students. Joining us, Youth for Excellence Charities President, Janine Shepherd. Good morning, Janine.
Morning. Thank you so much for having me.
It is very good to have you. How are you?
I'm very excited to be here. Smile Jamaica is a very good program, so thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you are so gracious. It is very good to have you, and we are happy to talk about what is a passion project for you started in 2015. In 2015, at 17 years old, when a lot of young people are thinking about other things, you were thinking about other young people and how to make life better for them. So tell me how Youth for Excellence was born.
It started off as a bunch of high school friends who wanted to do some volunteer work over the summer, and we wanted to tutor a bunch of students who were in an underserved area. And the more work I did and research, because I don't jump into things just head first, I wanted to understand how exactly we could make it more of an impact, because we're coming in as high schoolers. We weren't trained teachers or trained professionals in education. So I thought and said, how can we make the most impact possible? So I decided to offer other areas that we could, delve into. So that's when we came in and started to provide health checkups, food, school supplies, whether it's, tablets, like, Digital has been one of our sponsors, and tablets or, chancellors who come in with certain school supplies. So that's kind of what we've done in the past to help students. And then we looked at them as a holistic unit, and so we started to look at their families and realize that you can't just support the children alone, you have to look at their families too. So
That's
then we looked at trying to provide their parents with opportunities for career and personal development. So that is how, in the case of Trinidad, we started working with YTEP, or in the case of Jamaica, Heart Trust and NSCA, to give parents opportunities for vocational training so that they can better provide for their children. So that's kind of how it was conceptualized, and it was a need to serve, but then how could we serve effectively? And that's how all the other add-ons came in.
Is this your full time, Janine?
Yes, currently, yeah.
It is currently. Where were you at high school at the time?
I was at Campion College back in high school, and I did my CSECs. I did like 15 CSECs, and then went on to do 12 CAPES, and then actually placed in them, and then I went overseas to study, and now I'm back here trying to do more charity work because I really love it, so I stuck with it.
Janine, you said 15 CSEC and 12 CAPE, like, I went outside and picked up flower and came back in, like, just in passing, I have 27 subjects. What? Girl? So you went abroad to study. What did you study when you went away?
I double majored in neuroscience and economics.
I feel like, feel like we can't manage an interview here. Wow. So now you're involved in the foundation, but obviously with that double major, what is your ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal is to have this foundation be all over the Caribbean. Currently, we're in 5 Caribbean countries: Jamaica, Guyana, Grenada, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago. I really want to eradicate education inequality in the world, but I want to start in the Caribbean because that's where I'm from. And oftentimes we are overlooked in terms of, our potential and what can be done because we're seen as smaller. So I want this to be as homegrown as possible. And, from here, I also want to start up a bunch of other companies. So I have a bunch of other business ventures that I'm currently working on, some tech startups, alongside YFE. But YFE is what I'm really, really passionate about because I see the impact that it makes in students' lives. I see their parents and how much it changes their lives and how they're better able to care for their children. So this is what I really love doing.
I'm so impressed by you. You have a couple of tech startups that you're working on. Just a couple. It's like there is nothing that you are not able to, cannot, will not venture into, and you're juggling all these projects at the same time. And obviously very, very intentional and being very impactful with all of them, because I see that you won a PMs Award for Nation Building in 2018. So your work is being seen and noted for the impact it's having towards bettering Jamaica. How does that feel?
It feels amazing, honestly, because, me and my team, we're out there every single day trying to do this up until like 4 a.m. in the night, trying to serve people and, do what we need to do and come up with these innovative projects. And, especially as young people, it's very hard for people to take us seriously initially. And they saw that we've, organized ourselves and we're not just talking, we're reaching out to some of the biggest names in the business to help us to make a larger impact. So for me, being recognized or being recognized, it motivates me to keep going because I know that, okay, I must be doing something right. And, it's very fulfilling.
Yeah, I know one of the biggest challenges with ventures such as this is funding. I note that you hosted your inaugural back to school event in 2019. You got 24 corporate and government agencies to support the event, among them Digicel, JUTC, RJR, Grace Kennedy. How do you, is that support what takes care of all that you do as a charity for this initiative? Is that how you fundraise? And if
Yes.
not, how do you supplement to get all the things that you need to get done?
For right now, we're relying on corporate sponsors and grants. So again, these different groups that come together. I remember that back to school event we had at the Prime Minister's office. We provided 36 children, and each of them got tablets, 3 months worth of school supplies, food. 3 months worth of food, school supplies, and it was very impactful for them in being able to further their education. And for that event from corporate sponsors, we raised over 2.5 million Jamaican dollars for those 36 kids, because what I believe is if you're going to help somebody, help them well. I don't like to just give someone like 2 small school books. Like, what does that do for them? Those books are done after a week, and you give them 2 pencils and you call that helping. I believe that if you're going to help a child, you help them well, and that's our holistic model. So we're giving them health checkups, we're giving them food, we're giving them school supplies, whether it's the tablets that they need to practice for the online learning, and we give them e-learning logins as well so that they can actually practice questions with those tablets. We work on giving them data packages as well.
That was my next question. So you really have thought about all aspects of it, and I'm happy that you're looking at areas like food and so on, because the nourishment aspect is very important for the kids and their families. You send them with the tablets to school and the books, but if they're hungry, they cannot learn, is the
Exactly.
truth. So, there are some folks who are just able to provide 2 exercise books and pencils, and that's the best they can do, and that's great. But we laud you for trying to go above and beyond that, and to be able to pull so many other aspects together to give them so much more, to help them to change the trajectory of their lives. So thank you so much, Janine, for sharing with us this morning. You are such an inspirational young person, and the sky is clearly the limit for you. Continue to do what you do, and we wish you all the best as you build out into your neuroscience?
Neuroscience.
Then that me say neuroscience. So even while you give back, you'll be pouring into yourself and just climbing that rung. Proud of you. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you, and it means a lot to me. Thank you again, Smile Jamaica team, and God bless you all this morning.
Gracious young person, Youths for Excellence, Changing Lives, founder and president, Janine Shepherd. We take a break on Smile. Coming up next, we hear from 8-year-old Mateo Thomas Harris. We'll have that after this.